Good morning, students. Today we are going to studies and discussion roundabout. Today we will learn the poem Money. This poem is written by William H. Davis. Money by William H. Davis is about the importance we give to possessing money. The money the poet tramped around the UK and the USA and experienced life in the simplest form. Then he settled in UK and wrote poetry. The poem helps to look at money and how it's connected to true happiness and false friends. Now, introduction the money poems. Money by William H. Davis. This poem of 5 stanzas that deals with the dual aspects of money. On one hand, a rich man has many friends, though false, but is robbed of true happiness. While, and on the other hand, a poor man has fewer friends, but they are all true, and the poor man's happiness is genuine. The poet city is the only example of being a happier man with fewer real friends in his poverty than a joyless man during his wealthy times with many false friends. Now, about the poets, he was born in Newport, Wales. He was a poet and a writer. He spent a significant part of his life as a tramp or hobo in the United Kingdom and the United States. He became a peddler and street singer in England. Now, icebreakers. Discuss in the class about the importance of money. Now, money is used as capital in business. Next one, money is necessary to satisfy basic needs. Now, third one, money is essential to get good education and health care requirements. Now, fourth, money is useful because it enables us to have more control over our life, more freedom to carve out our own path, and favor limitation on our choice. Now, money gives prestige and importance to the individuals in the society. Money helps to gain material pleasure. Now, next questions, the icebreakers. Complete the web on money spent judiciously. Now, fill in the ones. Donation for poor and needy. Next one, buying objects from the Bachat Gat. Now, third one, give money to buy food to hungry persons. And fourth, giving financial support to poor students. In icebreakers, the third questions discuss and give the oral answer. Make a list of the good qualities of your friends. Now you understand the good friends, good manners and good qualities these are friends. Kind, clever, good tempered, sensitive, calm, humorous, helpful, and smart. Now, next question, share your views on money is the root of all evils. Now, these questions answer, listen carefully. According to me, money isn't evil on its own. No inanimate objects is evil on its own. The objects can only become evil through our intention. Now, money seems to be the most coveted of all things in today's world. We humans have high money since time immortal, but the greed for obtaining more money has surely reached its culmination in present time. Now, if you love money, you became a slave to it. So, do not earn money only for money's sake. Greed of money is definitely the root of all evils. Such greed leads to destruction of morality, good values, and sensitivities. Some people literally love money. So, in that case, money is the root of all evils, but for others who don't have such greed, money is just the instrument of living good and secure life. Okay. Now next one, the question: Do you lend money to your friends? Give a reason. Now the answer these questions, because my one friend has a very poor. His financial background, because he can continue the studies, he can't afford the traveling expenses, he can't save the much income of his family. Now notes the question don'ts, because the other friends get enough money to spend, because they don't need extra monies. Now this give the same as the questions answer. Now go through the poems money. When I read loudly, you listen carefully. The poems stanza-wise explanation. The poems. When I had money, oh, I knew no joy till I went poor. For many a false man as a friend came knocking all day at my door. Now the poet tells us about his past when he had money, but he found a true joy when he became poor, because when he was rich, he was surrounded by many unreal friends. तर या कवितेमध्ये जेव्हा कवीकडे भरपूर पैसा होता तेव्हा त्याला आनंद माहीत नव्हता. म्हणजेच कवी त्यावेळी समाधानी नव्हता. जेव्हा तो गरीब झाला तेव्हा खरं समाधान कशामध्ये असते ते मिळाले गेले. जेव्हा कवी श्रीमंत होता अनेक जण त्याला मित्र होते, मदत मागण्यासाठी त्याच्याकडे नेहमी त्याचा दरवाजा ठोठावत असे. Now next the stanzas, listen carefully. Then I fell, I lie, a child that holds. I trumpet that he must not blow. Because a man is dead, I dared not speak to let this false world know. Now the poet gives the example of child with a trumpet that he can't blow to refer to his own lack of freedom. During his days of richness, he couldn't reveal to the false people around him of his situation. Now these lines, the poet felt like child who can't blow a trumpet that he holds because someone has died. This is the blowing trumpet at somebody's death would be totally inappropriate. It would be inappropriate for the poet to tell all the pretensions, rich people, that he has found. True joy can only be experienced when one is poor. ते दुसऱ्या या कवितेच्या कडव्यामध्ये कवीनं असं म्हटलेलं आहे, जेव्हा मी श्रीमंत होतो, जेव्हा कवी श्रीमंत होता तेव्हा हातात तुतारी असणाऱ्या लहान मुलाप्रमाणे मला वाटलं जायचं. पण ती तुतारी वाजण्याची कवीला परवानगी नसायची, कवीला स्वातंत्र्य नसायचं. त्याच्याकडे असणारा खोटेपणा जगाला समजावा यासाठी बोलण्याचं धाडस कवीकडे त्यावेळी नव्हते. म्हणजेच कवी स्वतःला असं व्यक्त करू शकत नाही की काहीतरी दुःखद त्याच्याकडून घडलं जायचं. पैसा जेव्हा त्याच्याकडे होता तेव्हा खोटे मित्र त्याच्याकडे येत, त्याला पैशासाठी विनवणी करत. एखाद्या लहान मुलाप्रमाणे तो तुतारी वाजवत असत, परंतु ती तुतारी वाजवण्याची परवानगी त्याला नसत. काही बोलण्याचं धाडस त्याच्याकडे त्यावेळी नसत आणि ही दुःखद असं काहीतरी त्याच्याकडून घडलं गेलं होतं. हे नेक्स्ट स्टांजामध्ये आहे. त्यानंतर स्टांजाज, मच हॅव आय थॉट ऑफ लाईफ अँड सीन हाऊ पुअर मेन्स हेअर्स आर इवर लाईफ अँड हाऊ देअर वाईव्स डू हम लाईक बीज अबाउट देअर वर्क फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग टिल नाईट. नाव इट हॅज the poet's thoughts continually about till his life. He has found out the poor people are happier, the richest are not happy, unhappier. The happier the poor people at the huts, despite the toiling hard all the days. Now the poor man's the hardly happier, but no telling to the rich person. Now these are wives, the poor people's wives, they are singing the song, the similarity as the hymns like the bees. The hymn like the bees come to the repetitions of sounds. The repetition of come to the sounds in anamoto types give these sounds that they despite toiling hard all the days the listens of these poets. तर या स्टांजामध्ये कवी म्हणतो, मी जीवनाविषयी खूप विचार केला, मी माझ्या स्वतःच्या जीवनाविषयी खूप विचार केला, आणि मी ते पाहिलं आहे की गरीब माणसं खूप आनंदी असतात. ते स्वतःपुरतंच कमवतात आणि स्वतःच त्यामध्ये आनंद घेत असतात. आणखीन कवीनं काय पाहिलं आहे की सकाळपासून संध्याकाळपर्यंत गरीब माणसाच्या बायका एखाद्या मधमाशीप्रमाणे आनंदाने गुणगुण करत काम करत असतात. इन फॉर मॉर्निंग टू इव्हिनिंग द पुअर पीपल्स वाईव्स सेम लाईक ॲज हमिंग लाईक अ बीज सिंग द सॉन्ग गिव द onomatopoeias द repetition द साऊंड. तर यामध्ये कवीनं या ठिकाणी गरीब जे लोक आहेत ते कितीतरी आनंदानं सुखानं ते आपलं या ठिकाणी जीवन जगत आहेत. असं मला का जीवन जगता येत नाही असं कवीला वाटत आहे. नाव नेक्स्ट द पॅरेग्राफ. सो व्हेन आय हिअर दीज पुअर वन्स लाफ and see the rich ones coldly frown. Poor men think I need not go up so much as rich men should come down. Now the poet, the visualize the poor men laughing and enjoying life, while the rich ones as being unfriendly and constantly dissatisfied. This makes the poor thing it is not as importance for the poor man to become rich as it is for the rich men to become poor, because it seems that only when one is poor can one really enjoy life and find ट्रू हॅपीनेस. तर यामध्ये शेवटी कवी म्हणतो, जेव्हा माझ्याकडे खूप खूप पैसा होता, जेव्हा माझ्याकडे भरपूर पैसा होता, तेव्हा माझे मित्र एकदम खोटारडे असे होते. हे मला आता सिद्ध झालं गेलं आहे की परंतु मला माझ्याकडं आता माझ्याकडे पैसे नाहीत. जरी माझ्याकडे आता पैसे नसतील तर माझ्याकडे आता कमी मित्र आहेत, तरी हे खरे म्हणजे विश्वासू आहे. माझ्याकडे पैसा होता त्यावेळी भरपूर मित्र होते, परंतु ते सर्व खोटारडे होते. ते पैशाच्या आशेने मारित होते. आता माझ्याकडे पैसे नाहीत, आता मी गरीब झालो आहे, माझ्याकडे आता मित्रही कमी आहेत, परंतु ते मित्र कसले आहेत? एकदम खरे मित्र आहेत. माझ्या अडचणीला धावून येणारे असे आता माझ्याजवळ थोडेच मित्र आहेत, परंतु गरजेसाठी माझ्या अडचणीच्या वेळी माझ्याकडं धावून येतात ते एकदम असे माझे विश्वासू मित्र आहेत. असं करून म्हणजे पैसा हा माणसाला काय करत असतो? खोटारडेपणानं वागवत असतो, हे त्याच्या लक्षात आलं गेलेलं आहे. आणि लास्ट वन द स्टांजाज. Listen carefully. When I had money, oh, my money friends prove all untrue. But now I have no money, oh, my friends are real through very few. Now these stanzas encapsulates the theme of the poem. The poet brings to light the bright side of the poverty. He says that during his prosperity, he has many friends. We are all unreal, but now that he is poor, he has a favor but a real friends. Now, over all these poets, the poet celebrates his poverty, the source of his true happiness, which obtained by earning a small number of real friends. जेव्हा गरीब माणसं आनंदाने हसत असतात, तेव्हा श्रीमंत माणसे त्यावेळी खूप अस्वस्थ किंवा चिडलेली दिसतात. बघा, लिसन. जेव्हा गरीब माणसं त्यांच्या जीवनामध्ये एकदम आनंदी असतात, आनंदाने हसत असतात, तेव्हा श्रीमंत माणसं एकदम अस्वस्थ दिसले जातात, चिडलेली दिसली जातात, एकदम चिडतात. म्हणजेच गरीब समाधानी असतो तर श्रीमंत असमाधानी त्यावेळी दिसतो. श्रीमंतांना गरीब माणसाच्या चेहऱ्यावर हसू पाहू शकत नाहीत, त्यांना सारखं दुःखात पाहावं असं वाटत असतं. म्हणून कवी सांगतो की श्रीमंतांना गरिबाच्या चेहऱ्यावरचं हास्य नको आहे असं वाटतं, म्हणून ते अस्वस्थ आहे असं दिसलं जातं. गरिबांना श्रीमंत होण्याची गरज नसते, आहे त्यामध्येच आनंदानं जीवन जगण्याची त्यांना खूप अशी आशा असते आणि तसंच जीवन ते जगण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतात. परंतु अनेक श्रीमंत माणसे मनाने नक्कीच गरीब असतात, त्यांना श्रीमंती वाढवावी असं वाटत असतं. म्हणून ओव्हरऑल दीज पॉवर्टी सोर्स ऑफ इज अ ट्रू हॅपीनेस द पोयम्स. आणि शेवटी खूप खूप पैसा जेव्हा कवीकडं होता तेव्हा खरेच त्याच्याकडं खोटारडे मित्र आहे असं कवीला वाटलं जातं. आणि त्याच्याकडे पैसे जेव्हा नव्हते, तो गरीब कवी झाला गेला, तेव्हा त्याच्याकडे थोडेच मित्र त्याला भेटले गेले, थोडेच मित्र त्याच्याकडे आले गेले. परंतु जे थोडेच मित्र जेव्हा कवीकडे ते आले गेले, ते खरोखरच खूप विश्वासू आणि जीवाला जीव देणारे, संकटाला धावून येणारे असे त्याला मित्र गरीब असताना मिळाले गेले. म्हणजेच पैसा हा माणसाला किती बदलतो ते या कवीमधून काय केलं आहे, सांगितलं गेलेलं आहे. यामध्ये दारिद्र्य किती आहे, दारिद्र्यातून कशा व्यक्ती आपला जास्तीत जास्त आनंद मिळवतात, हे या कवीनं काय केलं आहे, मांडलं गेलेलं आहे. यानंतर ॲप्रिसिएशन्स ऑफ द पोएम्स. नाव लिसन द केअरफुली. ॲप्रिसिएशन पोएम्स. नाव दिस यू नो बिफोर द ॲप्रिसिएशन यू लिसन the composing 4 lines of the poems. You listen. Friendship. Friendship is a ship. Friendship is a ship. As you are in danger. As you are in danger. And they weep. And they weep. Ready for adventure. Ready for adventure. Now, okay, now appreciation. The poem Money is written by William H. Davis. The poem tells us about a rich man. He wants to be a poor. He says, we understand this world when we don't have money. At last, he says that he is poor now. He has a few true friends. The poet says, when I was rich, many people came to my door. They were false friends. They were false friends. They love my richness. I felt like a child who had a trumpet but could blow. The world around me was false and dead. Now I know the poor man's hearts are the happy and true. The poor man's wives are always busy like bees. They work all the time. So poor men laugh and rich men cry. Poor men don't need to go up, but a rich man always want to go up. Again, poet says, when I was rich, I had many untrue friends. I had many untrue friends, but now I am poor, but I have real friends. This is the theme of the poem. Now, this is a poetic device, the money poems, such as the repetition figure of speech, apostrophe figure of speech, simile figure of speech, antithesis figure of speech, and inversion figure of speech. Now think, whole the poems tells about the rich man who want to be poor man, finds real friends and happiness in poverty. Every second lines rhymes with fourth in every stanza. Listen, every second lines rhymes with fourth in every stanza. The poem is easy to understand and a nice one. You listen another time the poems, read carefully and solve the following brainstorming exercise. You listen, understand the poems. Okay? Thank you.